Mr. Mchunu, another terrible accident, more lives lost. What more should be done, do you think, to stop the carnage on the roads?
Well, firstly, let's just say our condolences to all those families that have lost their loved ones in our road accidents. In particular, this mass killing of people in this accident is devastating. All the time when we have such accidents, we feel very, very bad. But we also feel annoyed because most of these accidents are caused through human error. That is what worries us most. And importantly, the breaching of the road rules are mainly the cause. You talk about your drunken driving, you talk about your speeding, your overtaking on road places. All of those are associated with the breach of the road rules. What we need, and we have tried a lot of public awareness campaigns to conscientize people, to be careful on the roads. But we have also strengthened law enforcement. We had believed that that would be effective. This festive season is just one of those festive seasons where we have had roadblocks right across the province, but it has not deterred those who break the rules of the road. It certainly calls for us to investigate further what other methods can be used to change the attitudes of our road users. And that is what we are now investigating. We're investigating what other programs can we embark upon. That would include your programs that deal with the children at schools, to develop them when they are still young. It would deal with the driving schools. It also deals with our testing stations. We are also investigating what laws need to be strengthened in order for people to feel the punitive effect of the law. And all of those are measures that we are in the process of either implementing or investigating.
So you talk of we, when you say we, you mean KZN?
We are saying
Now,
it's government.
What government? So you mean the national government?
Well, importantly, as KwaZulu-Natal government, we have a say in national government. We therefore regard it as our task to make recommendations to national government, especially where law is concerned, because we do not legislate on these matters. Only the national legislates. But as part of the governance system of South Africa, it is our task to make contributions. And in any case, Minister Dipuo Peters has called on us as MECs, based on our own experiences, to make recommendations to her.
Look, it's easy to accuse people and whatever. But the fact of the matter is, these measures don't seem to work. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about new measures all the time, but it doesn't seem to work.
I agree with you. That is why we will never stop. Can I also give you this much? The problem with the driving offences, they are seen as civil disobediences and not as criminal disobediences. And our view is that we need to go towards criminalizing some illegal actions on our roads. There will be a public outcry because people want driving to remain a civil matter. We want it to go towards criminalization, and we will debate all of those matters. And I'm saying, yes, it's not an easy terrain, but we need to investigate further and go further.
Did you see the reports over the weekend that there's only a 7% success rate in prosecuting drunken drivers, for instance, all over the country?
One of the things we have called for as the province of KwaZulu-Natal is a dedicated court to traffic offences. That's because we believe that traffic offences must not just be an appendage to all of the other matters at court. And you know what that effect is? You then get away with people who just have to pay fines and fines and fines. They are never as punitive as having people feel being in jail because you've breached the road traffic.
So in closing, what about unroadworthy vehicles and bogus driver's licenses, for instance? Surely these things also have an effect.
That's why I spoke about the testing stations to that effect. I'm speaking about our own inspectors who deal on fraudulent actions, and those are the people that we have programs to look for, to monitor, and to apprehend. And we have closed down some of our driver testing stations. We have done so with no qualms at all in an attempt to clamp down on the sale of driver's licenses. We have gone to the extent of dealing with vehicle testing stations, because vehicle testing stations also do contribute. There are many people who come out with COFs, certificates of fitness, that are fraudulent. And if we don't clamp down on all of those vehicle testing stations, we are not going to deal a blow to that trade. What we have done, Cabinet has already approved our own approach. That is, all these vehicle testing stations are now going to be under the control of government, rather than be just private without government having a say. Because in the present situation has been that anybody, anywhere, can just have a vehicle testing station anytime, register one, and we had no say. Now we have passed a policy that says all those who operate vehicle testing stations will do so with government authority. We can also withdraw the certificate of a vehicle testing station.
A passing shot, your message as KZN MEC for transport to drivers and people in vehicles out the roads, a short message.
We continue to call on all individuals who are road users, especially those who drive vehicles, to obey the rules of the road, but to also remember that as they drive vehicles on the roads, they are driving what we have referred to as a weapon of mass destruction. They must know it can explode anytime, and when it explodes, it takes away lives. Everybody must be a road ambassador, and all of us must obey the rules of the road and be careful not to allow others to break the rules of the road in front of us without us doing anything.
Mr. Mchunu, thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.